going on, fellow junkies, and welcome back. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle the 13th, sitting here with you again, you guys. And you guys, it's been a long time coming. I've been sitting on this review for a very long time. The letter Q, the day has come. Let's review this thing. But first and foremost, I gotta show you the winner of the horror poll. This being the very first time I've ever done 3 movies at a time. Being that the letter is Q, there's not too many horror movies that start with the letter Q. So the 3 of them that I ended up finding, the 3 of them I went with. So here are those results. Alright, you guys, so there it is. Definitely was not really sure how this poll was going to go. I mean, 3 very different movies, so you never know what was going to pull ahead. But as you can see, the winner was Queen of the Damned. This movie came out in 2002. And this was a very first watch for me, so, you know, well, all of them were going to be a very first watch. I've never seen any of these movies, so now I can go watch the other 2 after this review, so I got to get this out first. So, like I said, the winner is 2002's Queen of the Damned. This movie was directed by Michael Reimer. As far as anything else this guy directed, the only thing horror-related was he did a couple episodes of American Horror Story, which I do not watch at this point. And then he also did a couple episodes of Hannibal, which I also have not watched. But, you know, just lots of things going out there, you guys. I'm always trying to keep up, but, you know, it gets a little crazy. So, to get into the plot of this movie... Oh, and first things first, another thing. There was no familiar horror faces that I recognized in this movie. No one I could see on IMDb or anything like that. There could be, because there's tons of people in this movie, but, you know, I do try to stick to, like, the top people in the movie. But... yeah, no familiar faces this time. To get into the plot of this movie, I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point about what's going on here. Vampire Lestat has been asleep the entire, for a long period of time because he kind of got over being alive forever. And so he's just being lazy, sleeping through life, just doing his thing. But then what wakes him up? Heavy metal music. So that's when he comes to and he comes back to the world and he starts a band. And definitely, I think that's one of my favorite parts about this movie is that it is kind of got its metal ties into it, but still with the plot, you guys. So he is in a band. He starts doing music and stuff like that. He's revealing a lot of vampire secrets in his music and stuff like that. And because of that, all the vampires get pissed off, and he awakens the ancient vampires and stuff like that. So they're gonna come after him and stuff. But you know, Lestat's always prepared, I guess. So without giving too much away, you guys, this is a very old movie, came out in 2002. I still don't really want to spoil it, so I'm really not going to go too much into detail of this. But overall, this movie is pretty interesting. I'm not a connoisseur of vampire flicks. My favorite vampire movies being like The Lost Boys and Blade. I mean, I like other ones, but those are usually my go-to vampire movies. So I did enjoy this one. Definitely a different take on a vampire movie in my personal opinion, but highly enjoyable. So getting into my likes on this movie, I already kind of mentioned, I loved the whole metal atmosphere, the whole metal scene in this movie because I'm a metalhead myself. One funny thing about his band is, like, I don't know if you guys ever listened to it, but the Finnish band Him, I thought they were the same thing in this movie. That his band very reminded me of that band. Sweet 666, you know, that band. That was one of my bands when I was a little younger. I still listen to them every now and then, so whatever. Sorry, guys. Other things I liked about this movie, I really did enjoy the story. Like, you know, I think on IMDb, I don't know if this is true or not, said this is the sequel to Interview with the Vampire. Now, I'm not saying there's anything legible out there that says it. It just says followed by at the bottom where the other movies that say other ones you might be interested in. I don't know if this is supposed to be a direct sequel or not, but I also like Interview with the Vampire, but this one's a little more entertaining to me because it hits more of my my likes and stuff as being the metal. Don't get me wrong, I like Interview with the Vampire, but you know, as far as the story of Lestat, I don't know much about it, so I thought this was a cool take on it. So let's go into my dislikes, you guys. I mean, I like a lot of things about this movie. I mean, you know, stuff like that. The atmosphere, I thought the whole look was really good. I liked it, so... But I got a few things I disliked about this movie. I really don't think this is a horror movie. Like, it says drama, fantasy, and horror on the IMDb page, so I'm going to definitely say this is definitely a fantasy horror, drama movie. I think the only horror aspect of it is the vampires, so that's probably why it's classified as horror. But, you know, to me, not a horror movie. The one thing that drives me crazy in this movie is the Johnny Cage shadow kick effect. Anytime they're trying to show the vampires are moving fast, it's like the shadow kick from Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. And, you know, like, I was sitting there thinking about it, and it's like, you know, it's driving me crazy, but do I personally know of any better way of doing that? No, but I mean, still, it was driving me crazy. I was tired of seeing it. But that was one thing I disliked about this movie. And my last thing I got on my list here is, this is like, I feel like this is a PG-13 movie disguised in an R-rated movie. I do not know why this movie is R-rated. There's no nudity. There's no swearing. Like, yeah, there's like little like seduction stuff in here, but I really don't think that's rated R worthy. So I'm saying this is a PG-13 movie. If they wanted to make this R, this could have been, you know, show me some boobies or something, anything. But, you know, for this being a PG-13 horror movie to me, it was still fairly decent. If you guys are into vampire movies and you're not like the connoisseur of vampires, because I don't know a lot about vampire movies, but I've been hearing a lot of people that really like vampire movies don't like this one. But, I mean, that doesn't go for everybody, I know. But I enjoyed it. Horror Junkies 519, approved, I will say. But going ahead and rating this film, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 7, because I think it's a better movie than a worse movie. I know I got more dislikes than likes, but I mean, it's hard to describe the things I like about this movie. I mean, it's just the visual stuff. I mean, like seeing like how the vampires dressed back, like, because you get a backstory of Lestat in this movie, and you get to see how they're dressed and stuff like that. I think a lot of that stuff is cool, but I mean, it's just, you know, monotonous to kind of keep trying to say it over and over again. So that's my opinion of this movie, guys. I'm definitely giving it a 7 out of 10 stars for this one. If it sounds like something you're interested in, definitely check it out. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen this and what you think about it. I mean, definitely a different take on a vampire movie. But, I mean, with metal, how can you go wrong, in my personal opinion? So that's going to do it for my review on The Queen of the Damned, you guys. My next review is going to be brought to you by the letter R. And, yeah, so I'll probably have something up on Instagram so you guys can vote for my next review. And so look out for that, and I'll see you guys again. This is Horror Junkies 519, signing out. Just until next time. And you guys already know it, I've been sentenced to life. I'm a horror lifer. You guys have a killer day. Yo, what's going on, fellow junkies, fellow horror fans, subscribers, the new and the old? I hope you guys really enjoyed what you saw here. If you guys want to leave me a like and a comment, let me know that you enjoyed it. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you guys can come back and see me again. Horror Junkies 519, Kyle the 13th. That's right, I'm a horror lifer.